Hi, in the second video of the Scriban video series, we're going to look at how to set up the development environment. So setting up the development environment consists of a couple of steps that we need to go through. First, installing the SXA CLI, creating a new SXA theme from the CLI, installing the Scriban add-in that Adam has created, creating a metadata.json, and then the gulp watch for Scriban. I won't go through all the steps since Mark did a fantastic job showing how to install the SXA CLI and creating your first theme. I definitely recommend you check out Mark's video, blog post, as well as Serge's blog post written here. So these three are really important. Once you have your SXA theme configured and gulp working, we will look at how to install the Visual Studio Scriban add-in created by Adam, and then go to configure the Scriban syncing itself as well through gulp. So let's get started. So the first step, as I was saying, is we need to open the Visual Studio Code Marketplace, and then from here I can just search for Scriban, and we're going to see the Sitecore Scriban. You can just download, install, and it's telling you that it's going to open with the Visual Studio Code, and then you can install it. I've previously installed it, so I don't need to reinstall it again, but this will give you IntelliSense within your Scriban templates. Now the next step, once we're done with that, is actually configuring the Scriban templates themselves so that they can sync with gulp as well. In order to do so, and you can see here what I've done, you need to go to your Visual Studio theme. So this is my theme. I'll just open it in Explorer. So you can see here, this is my theme. It has my Sass, my scripts, my styles, my node modules, and of course my gulp configurations. The next thing I need to do is create a folder named dash, like this. Within that, I'll create a folder called Scriban. Now you can use Creative Exchange to actually export it to create this structure for you, but I honestly don't like to do that. I just don't like having things from Creative Exchange created for me. I want to create everything manually myself, so I understand how it's working behind the scenes. So we created a folder named dash, within it a folder named Scriban. Within that folder, we need to create a file called metadata.json. If we open that file, it will have a site ID, and you give it the GID of your site, and then the database, which is of course master, unless you've changed it. So I'll take my site ID and copy it and paste it here, and then I'll use my database name. Now the next step is you need to create the folder structure for your Scriban. So again, going back to my source control here, or Visual Studio Code, what you need to do is, for each item you create a folder with the name of the actual rendering variant. So I'll go to presentation, rendering variants, and then for each of my rendering variants, so for example I have search results, within it I have horizontal, and within that I have a Scriban template name card that's just conditions. And in that, for each content type, I've created its own Scriban template. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recreate this folder structure. So within Visual Studio Code, I go here and create search results as a folder, within it horizontal and vertical as folders. And within the horizontal folder, I created card as a folder, not as a Scriban file. Now, for me, because I want to create this idea where I have this Scriban template invoke one of these child templates based on conditions, I had to make a choice. Either create this one as Scriban template, so as a file named .scriban, but then I will not be able to add within that file all these different items, or I created this one as a folder and I'll manage it directly from within Sitecore, and then these are the ones that I'll actually have synchronized with my source control. So that's what I chose to do. So here I have article.scriban, blogs.scriban. Each one of them will have all the HTML or the Scriban template that we're going to see later how to create. Now, the final step here is I'll just do a gulp watch Scriban. By default, the default gulp does not watch Scriban templates, so I need to run gulp with the watch Scriban template or parameter. So now it started watching Scriban files. So let's say I'll change this one and I'll add a class here called demo for video. Told me here Scriban import was successful. I've changed the article.scriban. So if I go back to here and refresh or open, you can see here demo for video is now added. I'll remove it again and save. It was removed. And just to show you the capabilities of the IntelliSense, as you can see here, as I start typing, you can see I_item. And if I do dot, it has all the different items like template ID, template name, URL ID, and media URL, and so on. All these things are available because of the add-in that we added that Adam has thankfully created. Thanks for watching.